What is going on? Why am I wet right now? Why are we in water? What is this big thing? What is that? Is that thing going to touch me? That's really scary. Cole, I don't know what to do. Can you please help me? I don't know what to do.
Okay, Hailey, let's just breathe. Let's just open our Bibles and let's read together, okay? Let's start in Genesis chapter 7 and verse 1.
Okay.
Then the Lord said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and all your household, for I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation."
But I don't understand. Why do we even have this ark in the first place? Why is it even here? What do we need it for?
Well, you see, Hailey, God told Noah there's going to be a floody. God told Noah there's going to be a floody. Get those animals out of muddy children of the Lord.
Okay, Cole, I'm really excited. I'm ready to learn more.
Okay, let's read verses 2 and 3 of chapter 7 together. God said, "Take with you 7 pairs of all clean animals, the male and his mate, and a pair of the animals that are not clean, the male and his mate, and 7 pairs of the birds of the heavens also, male and female, to keep their offspring alive on the face of all the earth."
Whoa, that's a lot of animals, Cole.
Yeah.
How did they even get on the ark?
Well, you see, God told them to go and they went. There were so many. But because of God, they were all able to get there.
That's so awesome. Okay, kids, let's stand up and sing a song together.
Yeah. The animals, they came in by twosies. The animals, they came in by twosies. Elephants and kangaroosies, children of the Lord. Alrighty, Hailey, let's continue in verse 4. For in 7 days, this is talking about God talking to Noah now.
Whoa.
I will send rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And every living thing that I have made, I will blot out from the face of the ground.
Hold on, I have a question.
Yes?
The fish are not in the ark.
No, they're not.
Are they going to be okay?
They will be. Because, see, even with all that water, the fish are still around.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
That is. But everything else on the face of the earth will be gone and wiped away. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. Why would God want to do that?
Well, you see, Hailey, there were a lot of bad people at that time. But God knew there were some righteous people. But let's sing about it raining and...
Okay.
It rained and rained for 40 nights and daisies, rain and rain for 40 nights and daisies, almost drove those animals crazy, children of the Lord. Alrighty, Hailey. We see God said it's going to rain a lot. But let's continue on in our story, okay?
Okay.
Verses 5 and 6 says, "And Noah did all that the Lord had commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the floods of the waters came upon the earth."
Whoa. He was 600?
600.
Cole, that's even older than you.
I know. And kids, that's even older than your parents or your grandparents. Noah was really old. But you know what else we see, Hailey? Noah did all that the Lord commanded him. And if we turn over to 1 Peter chapter 3 and read verses 20 and 21, we'll see something very neat.
I'm excited.
Me too. "Because they formerly did not obey when God's patience waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was being prepared, in which a few, that is 8 persons, were brought safely through water. Baptism, which corresponds to this, now saves you, not as a removal of dirt from the body, but as an appeal to God for a good conscience through the resurrection of Jesus Christ." You see, Hailey, Noah getting on the ark didn't save him necessarily. It was God that saved him. Just like today when we're baptized, It's not to clean us physically, but it's through Jesus' blood that we are cleansed and that God saves us.
That is so awesome.
Isn't it? Alrighty, Hailey, let's keep going. How about you read verses 7 and 9 for us?
Okay. And Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him went into the ark to escape the waters of the flood, of clean animals and of animals that are not clean, and of birds and of everything that creeps on the ground. 2 and 2, male and female, went into the ark with Noah as God commanded Noah. And after 7 days, the waters of the flood came upon the earth.
Here we see, Hailey, the animals, they came in by twosies, the animals, they came in by twosies, elephants and kangaroosies, children of the Lord.
Okay, Cole, I have a question.
Alrighty, Hailey, let's hear it.
So you keep talking about this thing, clean and unclean. What is that about? I'm really confused here.
Alrighty, so here we see about the clean and unclean animals. God designated certain animals to be clean, so they could eat those animals and sacrifice those animals, and those animals that were unclean, those they couldn't eat or touch. If you noticed, there were 2 of the unclean animals of every kind, but what do we notice about the clean animals?
There were 7.
There were 7. Now, why do you think that is?
So that there were more animals to eat.
That's right.
God is so smart.
He is, Hailey. He really is. Hey, Hailey, would you mind reading verses 13 through 16 for us?
Of course, I'd love to. On the very same day, Noah and his sons, Shem and Ham and Japheth, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with him entered the ark. They and every beast according to its kind, and all the livestock according to their kinds, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth according to its kind, and every bird according to its kind, every winged creature. They went into the ark with Noah, 2 and 2, of all flesh, in which there was the breath of life. And those that entered, male and female, of all flesh, went in as God had commanded him. And the Lord shut him in. Whoa! God must be such a gentleman.
He really is,
He
Hailey.
shut the door for them. That was so
know.
nice of him.
Could you imagine? The ark, as we talked about earlier, is huge. Humongous. Could you imagine how big those doors were?
It's a good thing God did it. I know I couldn't carry that door.
I know. Me neither. And when we think about it, I just imagine Noah and his family couldn't have either. But God shut them in, and that's what saved them. As we said earlier, Noah building the boat and being on the boat doesn't necessarily save them. But by doing what God commanded him to do, he was spared by God because of God's grace. Just like today, when we do what God tells us to do and we obey him, we are saved.
That is so awesome.
Isn't it though?
And all flesh died that moved on the earth. Birds, livestock, beasts, all swarming creatures that swarm on the earth, and all mankind, everything on the dry land in whose nostrils was the breath of life, died. He blotted out everything that was on the face of the ground, man and animals and creeping things and birds of the heavens. They were blotted out from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those who were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. Cole, that seems kind of sad.
That is kind of sad, Hailey. You know, all of the animals that were on the earth were wiped out, except the ones on the ark.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that the story doesn't end here, does it?
That's awesome.
It is. There's a better part waiting. And you'll just have to watch the next videos to find out about it.
Okay, come on, guys.
Let's go.
Come on.